Every small town has its share of gadflies, the folks who show up at just about every single council meeting to air their grievances.
In 1888, James Bryce wrote that sunlight kills the germs of corruption that can infect the government.
Folks who use social media to challenge government.
God bless Texas, God bless Kemah.
We do it too, but in the Galveston County tourist town of Kemah, where kindergarten drama rules the day, every week seems to bring a new constitutional crisis. We've used our First Amendment rights to warn folks about Doug Meisinger. We say he's violating ethics laws by not disclosing his financial relationship with controversial Kemah businessman Matt Wiggins. And then, of course, there was that kind of weak imitation of Thor.
That's the best you can do!
Meisinger has gotten an earful.
You and the rest of the council have lost your minds with hate. F you. Smooth move, a-hole. You're an idiot. You are terrible people.
Councilman probably hasn't helped himself because he's repeatedly complained about living in Kemah, sitting on city council.
So I don't like being up here that much.
On this night, the councilman wanted to censure his political nemesis, the mayor, because Carl Joyner had filed a lawsuit against Daniel Conrad.
Suing citizens for expressing their opinions on social media goes against everything the First Amendment stands for.
We would normally agree, but Conrad publicly accused Mayor Joyner of crimes there's no evidence he committed. That's likely why a Galveston judge has cleared the way for the lawsuit to proceed. I hate to interrupt another wasted night of progress in Kemah, but the right to sue, well, it's considered part of the First Amendment too.
It's just a political hot job, and you love sitting up here and using
if
this
you
dais.
think I love sitting up here, you have got another thing coming. This is agonizing sitting up here. It just is. The nonsense, the phone calls, it's just unbelievable.
I think we talked about it enough.
Since Meisinger fashions himself a constitutional expert, he should know that his next agenda item was likely unconstitutional.
Doug's fed up and had enough of this nonsense.
Forbidding the mayor from meeting with city staff without a council member or a city attorney there to monitor the meeting? Wait till you hear why.
This stems really from discussions I've had with key personnel who are a little bothered by the amount of time that they're spending in meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting and being told they have to attend certain meetings that they don't want to attend.
And if you guys have something better to do, I would encourage you to do it.
Turns out the city manager is one of the employees who complained about the meeting. Here's his car outside Matt Wiggins' property where Meisinger runs a private club and a radio station. Looks like he has some spare time. Then there was this, an actual resolution to require anyone who meets with the mayor to sign in so council could keep track of his visitors.
I didn't put it on there to pass. I didn't put it on there to pass. I knew it wasn't going to pass.
Waste of time.
But
you may have heard a Kemah resident call that a waste of time, and he wasn't alone.
The council is losing focus on its duties.
It doesn't make me proud to be a citizen of Kemah. Carl did win the election. The city of Kemah, the citizens of Kemah, voted Carl in as mayor.
And ever since that vote more than a year ago, the loser, Matt Wiggins, has used his friends on city council to wage a political war, ignoring the will of the voters. Hats off to the newest councilman who sees what's happening too.
He was voted by the residents of this town as mayor, and that position, in my opinion, deserves respect.
But instead, council members seem to be mad at us for calling it out.
I find that camera disgusting, and I bet if you went and you talked to anybody that a Wayne Dolcefino video was aimed at, they would say the same thing.
Robin Collins has already said she's running for mayor next year. Isaac Saldana is expected to run too, and seems content for another year of stalemate until then.
If you really want to make a difference, vote in 2023, which I plan on doing. That's where you take care of it.
Mayor Joyner has 10 months left in his seat, and he is vowing to try to unite council during that time. But judging by what I saw here tonight, he's got his work cut out for him.
All this drama is turning off residents and driving up the legal bills for taxpayers. Have you seen the bills from Greg and Greg? About $200,000 in a year? And it's not the only law firm bills that are adding up. These guys were hired more than a year ago to investigate the remodeling project at Kemah City Hall. Remember, Matt Wiggins accused Joyner of stealing money on the project as he left jail for misusing Kemah water funds.
When all is said and done, they'll understand how much money we lost on the City Hall addition that Carl Joyner and Duratech stole from us during that process.
We believe the law firm has issued at least 2 reports to the City Council since then, spent nearly $30,000 in public funds. But Council wants to keep those reports a secret, claiming they want more work done. In Kemah political logic, that likely means the report is good for the mayor.
I was accused of stealing money, and the contractor was accused of stealing money, and I know that didn't happen, and we got to get to the bottom of this, because we've defamed people here, and it's not proper.
We've notified Kemah's lawyer that the reports must be released after Councilwoman Teresa Vasquez Evans made these startling allegations at a public meeting in July.
We can't find money. We're missing money. We're still trying to track money down that we can't explain where it went.
Here's a tip from a guy who gets hired to give media advice. If you want to stop all the coverage of Kemah City Council, stop the drama.
I would ask the council to focus on the city. Don't focus on the mayor. Don't focus on ganging up on the mayor and acting in a very mean, disrespectful, unprofessional way. Is that who you are as people? Is that who we have on council? That's what I've seen.